Hi guys, back again with another journal video. This time the journal is quite blank. It is kind of a bit like Gothic, but not too Gothic what I normally do. It's quite supple, the Gothic inside the journal, and it's Victorian Gothic, and it's got like quite a few images of different types of Victorian ladies. It's covered in black velvet fabric, which is lovely. And then we have this lovely vintage, kind of not lace, but kind of like a fabric. And then we've got this lovely key. So it's just all plain, just a plain journal. We'll get straight into it. And if you hear tripping noises, what you can hear, they are my two lovebirds what I have. So get straight in. It's kind of all like darks and things like that and blacks, but quite supple. So we have this little envelope, and inside the envelope we have like a journal. This gorgeous sticker was from my antiquarian sticker book. And then, as you can see, we have this gorgeous lace at the ends of the signatures. And again, some more gorgeous black lace. I love this. I've made it into like a large pocket. Journaling card, and then I do make quite a few of these with my journals. If you want to do the rope, it comes out as an A4 piece of paper, which is tea dyed, and it's stuck onto the postcard, and it just makes like a great way of journaling. I've got some of these lovely images, quite Gothic but not too Gothic. Same again. And then these images are out of my architectural book from the different ages in the past. So I took some out what was dated from around 1800s, describing how the architectural buildings were made and things. And some more lovely lace, and then underneath we've got an image. And if you remember, this is a courtess, and I love this picture of her. I've used this in the journal because it was kind of based around Victorian-ish era. I've got an owl, so it can be taken off and put in the journal to do as you please. And this journal, it's got lots and lots of journaling space. It's not completely crammed on how I normally make my journals. There is, you know, quite a lot of not a lot of pockets, but it's still full, if you get me. But normally I do create quite a lot of my own pages, but this journal is a little bit different. So yeah, this is another image of the Countess, and then just some Victorian advertisements, and we've got some, it's been stitched on with tea dye paper. And then I've just done a bit of wikia with black napkin, and then gone over with white gesso, and then just inked it up. And then, as you can see, there's lots of little journaling bits and bats. And then I've added in the Edgar Allan Poe. You can't have a Gothic journal without the lovely Edgar. Just some more random lace up there, some vintage music paper, vintage ledger, and then we've got another image of a Victorian lady in a lovely dress, and it just flips open to journal on. And then this is something that I did. It goes on both sides of the paper with a paper clip, and then if you open it, there's like little pockets there. And I've just added in some journaling cards and bits and pieces like so, that can be stuck or in a journal. This journal's a bit like I don't know, there's like plenty of things in this journal that you can kind of create your own collages with and stuff like that. Just some washi tape with Victorian ladies on. I've got a little pocket here with a mini journal book. Again, lots of journaling pages. Then this image here, this is a real Victorian picture from out of my stash what I have of pictures. If you can get a good glimpse of that. It's a real image. And then on the back it's the actual name of the people who made it, Blackpool. And this is the last of my old paper that I have from 1879. I've used this in quite a few of my journals, and you might, if you've been watching my journals or seen most of my videos, I have spoke about this. It was a really massive piece of paper. I think it was bigger than an A3 piece of paper. It was huge, and I've had a lot of use out of it, so this is the last of it. So I've kind of put it in this journal and flipped it over the page. It's massive, you know, easy to journal on the back of that. And then I've just folded it so it can go over two sides of the page. And then this lovely image of this real Victorian lady. There is quite a few original pieces that I've put in this journal, and this lighting is absolutely appalling. I do apologise. And that's the back side of that what I've just shown you. And then this is another little pocket here, and inside I've just added this, another little journaling thing there. And then I've added an A4 tea dyed piece of paper in, which has been embossed in the corners. And again, more journaling on that. This journal is probably ideal for someone that wants to do a lot of journaling, because there's a lot of stuff to journal on and there's lots of blank paper and pages. Vintage ledger. This is an envelope. I'll not take it all off because I think you all know what an envelope looks like. Just some bits of photocopied ephemera. Cool image. A stamp of a Singer sewing machine. And then we have some journaling cards. And then some more journaling cards here. And then we have this original image. Again, this is real, not photocopied. It's a bit of a random picture. It looks a bit like maybe a church because of all the benches, or it looks like a classroom because there's a stage there and a piano. So I don't know, but I just thought it was a bit of an unusual image to take, so I've added that in there. Like I said, this is the original, what I got out of my big box stash of old pictures. Excuse me. Some more of that, the buildings from that era. Just done some fabric collaging with different types of scraps of fabrics, and then little bits of papers, vintage and all that jazz. That can be, you know, journaled on. That's the end of the first signature. This is the second. Some real handmade paper, not by myself. Got a bit of sorry silk going on there. Cool image of a Victorian lady in a gorgeous dress. I wish we still wore dresses like this. I do like all the Victorian dresses the women used to wear. I'm a bit weird like that. And then we've got some of these dangles I've added on to another fabric collage. Again, some more fabric. Just some images again of Victorian ladies. This one has been backed onto tea-dye paper. And the same again with that one. And then this is just a bit of scrap paper I had, and I've just stamped it. Again, something to journal on. This is another one of those with all the different scraps papers, and this has been put onto a really old like file envelope, which is like quite vintage. Just done a bit of collage with just some Gothic images. Another collage of fabric, and again this is another one of those postcards what I've stuck onto A4 and folded it. I've got some original ephemera, which is, I don't know, a payment, I don't know the date, or the 1926. This is an original, this is the original, not a photocopy. A little pocket there with, again, some A4 with collage on. And then we've got this really old, this was from, I don't know, obviously out of a music book, and this is the original sellotape. And I love that. Not touched it, just left it on. And then I've just made a little pocket there with a postcard, but yeah, I do love the sellotape on it. This is the centre of the second signature, and again this is another original image postcard out of my stash. It is quite delicate because it's like ripping there, so, but it's in a different language, but you can see the Victorian people just there. So I thought that was pretty cool. Do like that. Like I say, that is the original. And then this is the back side of this music, and again all the original sellotape, which I like. Another pocket there, and again this has lots of journaling to do on there. Done that wrong. Got a wax seal and just did a bit of collaging with just some scraps of paper what I had. Some more journaling cards. And this is another journaling card. And then this again is an original image of a lady from the Victorian era, and it was actually on this piece of card. So what I've done, this is quite delicate as well, it's got a rip in it, which it was already like that. So done nothing to it apart from just putting some tea dye paper on the back so you can journal on it, and I've made it into a pocket, and I just added some more tea dye paper in there to journal on. Like I say, this was a little bit more bigger, and this is how it was on this. So this is like a real image. Again, another original. Now this is a real original letter. I just have to be really careful, it's quite delicate because it's on, and it's like tracing paper, but it's not. Well, thinking about it, it reminds me a bit like gift wrap paper, because it's that thin. But the only thing is, it's in French. But someone has made good use of this because they've wrote all around it, and then they've gone all around the sides. I do have another piece of this, which I'm going to keep because it has like a lipstick kiss stain on it. So yeah, this is an original, and it's needs to be quite delicate with that. Okay, just love that. And the last and third signature, just on a bit of stenciling, more vintage music paper, just bits of fabric and another image. Got a bit of Tim Holtz going on there. Again, plenty of space to journal. Then we've got some I forgot the name of it now. Oh, not tracing paper, vellum, that's it, vellum. Printed on the vellum, and then I've added 2 images onto it. I've got vintage ledger, and if you open it, you can journal on that. Again, some more eco-made paper, not by myself. It's called mulberry paper, I think it's called. And then we just have some more Victorian images which are backed onto tea dye paper, and we'll just have lots of journaling cards just all tucked in there, as you can see. And this is the only page what I created, where normally when I do journals I do create a lot of my own pages. So as you can see, this is the only one that I've done, and I've used some black napkin that I had, and then obviously I've gone over it with white gesso, and then inked with bits of black, bits of green and browns, and then just done a bit of stamping. And then obviously we've got this envelope in the centre of the signature, and obviously you can put something in there. And then this is a vintage stamp. Vintage ledger, the back side of the vellum, little tuck pocket there with some more journaling cards in. And then I did a bit of collaging with this lady, and then just some fabric for these beads. And in this pocket we have some journaling cards and then an A4 tea-dyed paper which has been embossed and stuff on. And then I just did these with the tags. Pretty cool, you can see. Just some sorry silk, and then we've got a heart, and just added some more journaling cards in there. And then that is the end of the journal. So I would say it's a bit like a Gothic Victorian kind of theme going on. It's not too gothic and gory, it's just, you know, subtle, as I said. So yeah, it's not for sale. So if you're interested, go to my Facebook page, because I don't use Etsy. I don't need to use Etsy because my journals sell pretty quick, and I do a lot of my work on my Facebook page. So yeah, here we go. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.